When we picture modern war, we think of jets, tanks, missiles, the whole nine yards. But what if the most important fight isn't happening on the battlefield at all? Today, we're going to unpack Iran's reported three-front strategy, a fascinating approach where the goal isn't just to win, but to make the other side go broke trying to keep up.
Right, because that's the big idea here. The sources we're looking at suggest a playbook where every single defensive move an enemy makes comes with a crippling price tag. It's a strategy that could completely change how we think about modern warfare.
Okay, so let's start with Pillar 1, good old-fashioned direct force. This is the stuff you see on the news. Reports show Iran has some serious capabilities across land, sea, and air, and they're not afraid to use them. And we're talking about a really diverse, modern arsenal here. It's not just a random collection of weapons. It's an integrated system. We've got sophisticated ballistic missiles for those long-range punches, advanced surveillance drones acting as their eyes in the sky, and a layered air defense system that's designed to swat threats away. It all points to some very careful, strategic planning. And look at the targets they're reportedly hitting. These aren't random. They're going after the enemy's brain. The command centers, the naval ships, the communication hubs. The goal is to cause chaos and disrupt operations. And then there's this really bold claim from Iranian state media that they've hit 27 U.S. military bases. Now, whether that's true or not, the message is clear. We can reach you. All right, let's get to the second pillar, because this is where the conflict spills over from the battlefield and into your wallet. We're talking about turning a simple map into a powerful economic weapon. And the key to this whole thing is the Strait of Hormuz. I mean, look at it. It's this tiny, narrow channel, but a massive chunk of the world's entire energy supply has to squeeze through it every single day. That makes it one of the most important pieces of water on the entire planet. So you can see the power play here. If you can control or even just threaten to control that strait, you've got incredible leverage over the global economy. In fact, a CNN analysis pointed out that when tensions flare up here, fuel prices for Americans immediately spike. It's a straight line from a naval move over there to the price you're paying at the pump. And this brings us to the third pillar. And honestly, this might be the most brilliant part of the whole strategy. It's all about creating a wild, lopsided cost disadvantage. It's about making the act of defending yourself just painfully expensive. Let me just put it to you this way. If your enemy sends a $50,000 drone your way, how much are you willing to spend to shoot it down? The answer to that question is the absolute heart of this entire economic war. I mean, just look at this math. It's insane. Sources say an Iranian Shahed drone costs about 50 grand, but the super high-tech missile you need to intercept it, that can run you $2 million. Think about that. For every drone the US successfully shoots down, it's a huge financial loss. Iran could lose 40 drones for the price of just one US interceptor. And those numbers add up ridiculously fast. An analysis from the Center for Strategic and International Studies reported that this crazy cost difference meant the U.S. burned through a staggering $3.7 billion. And that was just in the first 100 hours of the conflict. That's a spending rate that is just not sustainable in the long run. So yeah, this isn't just about money. This is reportedly creating some serious headaches for the U.S. military, putting a huge strain on its forces and its ability to plan for the future. And you can see the ripple effects everywhere. Reports claim they used over 400 Tomahawk missiles in just 72 hours. That's depleting your best stuff at an alarming rate. It's allegedly forced them to switch to cheaper, less advanced bombs. They've even had to pull critical missile defense systems all the way from South Korea to cover the gaps. It's gotten so intense, the president actually had to order defense companies to prioritize making weapons over making profits. And all of this leads to a really scary question inside the Pentagon. A quote attributed to a General Dan Kane just sums it up perfectly. Are we spending so much to win today's fight that we won't be able to afford a bigger war tomorrow? So, when you put it all together, the direct attacks, the economic pressure, and this lopsided cost of defense, you start to see the outline of a whole new kind of warfare. Yeah, a Time magazine analysis called it a deliberate playbook. The strategy is to use military strikes to poke the bear, forcing an incredibly expensive reaction over and over again. It's a plan designed to literally bleed a superpower's treasury dry, making them question how long they can even afford to be in the fight. And that kind of leaves us with this one big final thought. In a world where superpowers have all this amazing technology, but also these massive budgets, could this strategy of financial exhaustion become the new blueprint? It suggests that the next big war might not be won by the side with the fanciest weapons, but by the side with the smartest accountant.